Hello, everybody. My name is Mel the Money Coach. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode on my channel called Mel the Money Coach, where we talk about all things related to finances. Now, we've been doing a complete overview of finances and everything you need to know to be successful. So, we're going to talk about today some of the barriers that especially having a coach can help you with. So some reasons why people don't want to get out of debt. So I would say it's not that folks don't want to get out of debt. It's what I hear most often is, well, Mel, I want to continue having a life. So what do we do about this? How do you continue having a life, quote unquote, while getting out of debt? So one thing that's so important, so we've talked a lot about budgeting and saving and all that, all the good stuff. So one of the key components to this whole process is to know your why. Why are you doing this? Is it more important that you eat out 5 nights a week, or is it more important that you have a retirement saved or a college savings for your child? A lot of these things are short-term no's for the long-term gain that is like 100x of the short term. You know what I mean? So, and I know this COVID world has made that a little bit easier because there's so many things that are shut down, and just not the same as they used to be. But, we want to, getting out of debt is a gazelle intense process, as Dave Ramsey says. The faster you get out of debt, the faster you can get on with your life. Because being deeply in debt is not somewhere that you want to stay for your whole life. I mean, who wants to live with the weight and the chains of debt hanging around your neck for your whole life? And, especially folks bring up, eating out, vacation, and cars. I feel like those are the 3 most common ones. So when I work with my clients, I find ways that they can still say yes to themselves in little ways, but still make progress getting out of debt. So that's something that you really need to look at, and what you're willing to give up to do later, to do more so later. That's really important. So think about those things kind of as you are looking at your financial, your big financial things. Another reason is, some folks don't want to give up appearances. The keeping up the Joneses. Well, what are my neighbors going to think if I drive $1,000 car? Oh my gosh, what are they going to think of me? I'm a such and such high level professional. I can't drive a clunker to work. Oh my gosh, So that's another big one. Another one is, hey, my kids are such and such of age, and I don't want to tell them no because they're only this whatever age. And I would say too, there's almost always a way to provide value and build your relationship with another human being without spending exorbitant amounts of money. I mean, of course, we all want to go on a 4-week vacation to wherever and just live in the lap of luxury and eat at all the nicest restaurants, stay at all the nicest hotels, but that's not going to make your marriage better necessarily. You know what I mean? We're, oh, I don't want to say no to my spouse, or I don't want to say no to my child, or I don't, So all these things are just different ways that, you need to work through this process to take a step back to take 10 steps forward. Do you know what I'm saying? So some tips there. And this is why it's so important to work with a coach. I can help you figure out, how do you make room in your budget for what's important to you? And that's what I always tell my clients. Your budget is a reflection of your priorities. So you make it do what you want it to do, basically. And sometimes that's how you've gotten in a predicament that you have. You want to spend more than your budget is allowing, but you want those things, so then you do it. So just some things to think about. I would love to talk with you further, and I will see you next time on the next video.